Oh man, how's everybody's day going? How's everybody's year going so far? Hope it's going well. Um, you know, mine, couple bumps here and there, but nothing that'll take me out, as you can see. Still here, still as healthy as I can be, and just trying to keep it moving. I will say that the holidays did like mess up my workout drive. Like I took that week off, like between Christmas and like New Year's and stuff. So then like I took like 7 days off, and it's like just trying to get back into it. It's like some days I'll be good, I'll be ready, I'll go. Some days I'll be like, all intentions to go, and slam still don't go. But I'm getting back into it, and as you can see, I'm dressed in gym gear now. I'm gonna head to the gym in a few. But first video of the year. And it's been a few things that's happened that I wanted to speak on, but my vibes, my spirit was like, nah, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. And you know what? I'm trying to follow that more and more. I find that, 99 to 100% of the time, your vibes is right. So you just need to listen to it. Your spirit is right. You just need to listen to it. So, a couple of things happen, and I'm just like, let me do a video on this. Let me that. And it's like, no, that's not it. It doesn't feel right. So I watched a video earlier. One of the people I follow on YouTube, I watched their video earlier, and there was one mention in the video, a part of the video that spoke about pacing yourself with the new year. And that part jumped out at me. That part spoke to me. And it was like, because, most of the times, most of us, even myself, the New Year's will come around and you got all these ideas. You're ready to implement everything. You're ready to implement everything at once. You got things you want to shoot. You got stories you want to write. You got jobs that you want to get on. You got different moves you want to make. Just different things, and they're all jumbled up in here. And you just want it all to just come out, like just all at once. And listening to this video, it really spoke to me, and I really thought about it, and I said, in your mind, you do have to pace yourself. Now, people don't like to hear that, because when you say pace yourself, people can misinterpret that, and they believe that you're saying, put to the side. Some people, when they pace themselves, when they take their time, they find themselves going a little bit too slow, putting stuff on the back burner. It happens, so the thing is, when a person tells you to pace yourself, it's your responsibility to know the pace in which you need to go. Now, that's difficult, because if you have goals in mind, and these goals are something that you haven't really, not necessarily ever accomplished before. These are new goals. These are new accomplishments that you want to get to. And, in your mind, you believe that battery in your back needs to be at 100%, and you just need to go. And the second you slow down, the way that society has it set up, the way that people have it set up, is that if you slow down even in the slightest bit, you don't want it. You really don't want it. And that's not true. Now, easiest way to look at it, the easiest way to look at it is just look at a marathon. Just look at a marathon. Everyone that wins a marathon, every single person that wins a marathon is not running at 100% the entire time. They may do 100% the first 30 minutes of it, then drop down to about 80%, drop down to a little bit of 60, pop back up to 90, whatever, But I guarantee you, majority of the times, because I could be wrong here, I haven't done any research. I've run marathons myself. I'm not fast. I've never won any, but I've run marathons myself. And I've seen other people run them, and I've spoken to other people that have run them and have won them. They don't run 100% of the time. They give themselves a good pace in the beginning. I know one person, the way they explain it, in the beginning, they'll give themselves a good pace. They won't let nobody get too far ahead of them. But they'll stay with, where they can see them. And then, when it's time for them to put the afterburner on, boom, put a little bit of space between the next person, so on and so forth. Because everyone runs a marathon differently, you have to understand that life, when you pace yourself and stuff like that, it's going to be different from other people. So this person over here may have paced themselves in the beginning, paced themselves, kept themselves, getting themselves a good jog. And they got to a point where they're like, oh, things are starting to move. It's time to pick up the pace. It's time to go a little bit faster. It's time to go a little bit faster and keep that same pace. Others, the blow up may have happened in the beginning. Oh, we got to run with it. Boom. Go, 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 go. And they're going to keep going until they can afford to slow down a bit, take the pace down a little bit. But just because it doesn't blow up in the beginning, just because you're not running at full speed in the beginning, doesn't mean you're not going to win the marathon. You understand? Your situation, the way you run your race, you may be pacing in the beginning. Situations at hand may have you pacing in the beginning. But don't get discouraged because you're pacing. Don't get discouraged because Omar or whoever, and they're about 50 yards in front of you, because their pace may be a little bit faster, or they may have shot out there a little bit quicker. Just because they're ahead of you doesn't mean that they're gonna win. You understand? Now, with that being said, in life, we're not, in whatever you got going on, that's for you. I'm not racing you for what you got going on. You understand what I'm saying? I got my own race to do, and I'm trying to win my race. So I don't want anybody to misinterpret me saying, with the analogy of the marathon, that, don't be discouraged if that person's ahead of you. That necessarily doesn't mean that they're going to win. I don't want you to focus on that part of it, as far as whatever you got going on, if that person's moving faster than you, they're winning in life. Life is the marathon. Understand? Life is the marathon. You can't win that person's marathon based upon their pace or whatever like that. They have to do what they're going to do over there. And you never know. They could be burning themselves out. They could be moving too fast in the beginning. They could be moving too slow in the beginning. But that's why, I feel like there are outside indicators that will let you know. How would I know, Mike? How would I know, Breeze, if I'm moving too slow or if I'm moving too fast? That's the question. I feel like there are always outside indicators that will let you know, whether it be God, whether it be the universe, whether it be just energy itself, whether it be what you see in front of you, the opportunities that are popping up, the things that are happening, the doors that are opening, the doors that are shutting, the people that are pulling away, the people that you're starting to lose trust in or whatever, See, life is that marathon. And there are other things in that marathon that you do have to pay attention to. And there are other factors in it that, maybe you do got to slow down a little bit. Maybe you do got to pick up the pace a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's all about your race. It's all about how you run your race. And it's all about how you pace yourself. You got to pay attention to what's going on around you to know how to pace yourself, because nobody's going to tell you how quick to move. Some people, let me take that back. Nobody necessarily has the right answer for it. They can give advice based upon their experiences. They can tell you what they did in their race and what worked for them. It may work for you, it may not. That's why you still have to have your finger on the pulse, so to speak, when it comes to your life and your goals and what you want to accomplish and your marathon. You understand? You can't win at another person's marathon. You got to win at yours. And you got to know how. You got to know how, when to pick up the pace, when to slow down. And don't let it get to you when you have to slow down. Don't let it bother you when you have to chill out. When you got to jog that mile, when you're in that marathon, that mile. Mile seems like a long friggin' time when you're jogging. It seems like a long time. When you got a good pace, you know, you could knock a mile out in, I don't know, fast, like 6 minutes. I don't know. I've never done that. I think I've done like an 8 minute, I think. That's a good steady pace. But that was when I was in better shape. But you know, don't get caught up in how long the mile is taking. Don't get caught up in how long this part of the marathon is taking because you're jogging. Because sometimes you have to jog. Sometimes you have to slow the pace up. But when it's time to put that afterburner on, and you'll know, you keeping your finger on the pulse, you keeping an eye on things that's going on around you, the Lord is speaking to you, your vibes is telling you, hey, giving you that kick in the butt, hey, come on, let's go, pick it up. You've been running at this pace a little bit too long. Pick it up, let's go. Then you do that. But when things are starting to get a little quiet, when you don't, you know, you're looking around, you see everybody else, you know, you don't see anybody else. You couldn't, whatever, however your life has determined, however you see that your life is determined for you to slow down or speed up and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, follow what your vibes are saying, follow what your spirit is saying. Listen to yourself. Take advice from people. When you take the advice, take it in. Still, keep it with you. Sit with it. See how you feel about it. And, you know, just keep it moving. You dig? Life don't stop for nobody. People want to slow you up. Situations want to slow you up. But the marathon doesn't stop. Nipsey! Oh, man. Nah, but seriously, though. I hope everybody, you know, looks at this year as a whole. Don't look at January as your deadline to get your goals done. Don't look at the end of February as, you know, I have to get it done. I have to get it done by February. I have to have this new job by February 1st. The new year started. I have to finish this by... Have a deadline. You know, set your goals. But remember, this is a marathon. You got a whole year. Put down what you want to accomplish this year. And before December 31st, 11:59 strikes, have it done. That's how much time you got. God willing. Okay? First vid of the year. I hope everybody, I pray everybody knocks out what they want to accomplish. I pray everybody gets what they got to get done, gets what they want to get done. I pray that, you know, the people that you want there are there. And if they're not, then God replaces them with people that need to be there. I pray that each and every one of y'all have strength to maintain. And that's that physical, spiritual, and emotional strength. Not just one or the other. You need all of it in this marathon. Because there's going to be times when that physical strength is going down, physical endurance is going down, and you're going to need that mental fortitude to keep you going. There's going to be times where your mental state is just weakened, and you're going to need your spirit to keep you pushing. So, I got nothing but love for all of y'all. Let's keep it moving. Let's get these things done. All right? Later.